It was on Father's Day of June 2017. He went out for a run, which wasn't unusual, and unfortunately on that run he had a cardiac arrest. We later found out that he had an undiagnosed hereditary heart condition, which we were all massively shocked about. We met on New Year's Eve in Bideford, and then he added me on MSN Messenger. And then we just started talking, and yeah, the rest is history. Met up, and yeah, we were together 12 years. Jay had like a real passion for life. He loved going back to his hometown in Bude. He loved visiting friends all over the country. We always had something on every single weekend. He had a big social life. Obviously, after Jay first died, the whole family came together, and it was Dan who brought up the idea of starting a charity, which we all felt was the right thing to do, and it's something that Jay would have wanted and would have done himself had he been in that position. If we can save one family from going through what we have been through as a family and are still going through as a family, then it would mean that all the hard work that we're doing is worth it. That's what drives me every day to get our message across.
The logo for Jaysaim and the name for Jaysaim is something we thought about long and hard. It's not something that happened by accident. We wanted to get Jay's name in there because, as sad as that is, the story regarding Jay, we felt that's important. That's the message that particularly young people need to hear, that a cardiac arrest can happen to anybody with little or no signs. The AIM part of our name, it stands for Assess, Inform and Make a Difference. Assess is the fact that we promote cardiac screenings, normally offered by another charity called Cardiac Risk in the Young, travel around the country, set up screenings. Anybody can attend, completely free of charge. They only take 10 minutes. You basically have an ECG, you fill out a questionnaire. If needed, you have what's called an echocardiogram, and that's it. And in 99% of cases, people go home knowing that actually their heart is healthy.
So my thoughts on cardiac screening is that it should become part of protocol, that players, whether amateur or professional, should be screened to make sure they're 100% healthy to play the game. A good friend of mine, Carl Rimmer, who I played with for years, had an incident last year when he had a stroke whilst training, and that certainly made everyone extremely aware of things like your heart.
The I is informing people, so going into assemblies, going into sports clubs, speaking to young people about the risk and about CPR and about defibrillators and what a difference they can make in terms of survival rates. And then the M is Make a Difference, which is the CPR training and is also supplying public access defibrillators to places in need. So CPR sessions is obviously a massive part of what we do. When I say CPR, it always includes how to use defibrillators as well.
CPR is obviously a life skill which everyone should know how to do. It saves lives. By going out there and teaching, training, raising the awareness of how to do it, like that is what we're all about. We just want to make sure that everyone has that life skill.
I think it's really important that people have CPR and AED training. You know, we all live active lifestyles, and the sports we choose to do, demands a lot of us physically. In surfing, we have jet skis now that ride alongside the big wave surfers, and they kind of watch their every move, and each of those guys are trained in CPR. To be trained in CPR, I feel that it's almost something that we all need to have as a skill. The fact this charity is pushing to have this more is such a great thing.
So a lot of our funding as a charity goes towards public access defibrillators. Defibrillators can be put anywhere. For us, we try to target places where young people are going to train or do a lot of exercise, whether that be a sports club or just somewhere with a big footfall in terms of young people. So far as a charity, we've trained just over 1,200 young people in CPR and use of a defibrillator. We've put about 8 public access defibrillators out into public places. The number of people who follow us on social media has grown a huge amount since we started the charity, and that's been a really good indication of how far we've come. In terms of fundraising, we've had all sorts of things. People have been massively generous with their time and their money.
We'd just like to say thank you to everyone that supported us today, all the local businesses, friends, family, people we've never met before. Really, really appreciate your support. Jay was such a proud dad, like he adored Remy. The fact that we've got sort of this legacy for him and we've done something in his name, like I'd like to think that years down the line he will want to be involved and he will want to like play a part in what we do. I think that Jay would be massively proud of what we've achieved so far and what we've done and who's been involved. That he was a massive sports fan. Our weekends usually revolved around the Exeter Chiefs or Tottenham Hotspur, and the fact that the Exeter Chiefs Foundation have been so supportive and we've got that partnership with them, and Kai Horseman is on board, and yeah, he would just be loving it.